Good morning, friends. How's everyone doing today? Well, I'm ready to get the flower stand set up on this bright and sunny morning. I have a bucket of peonies I just pulled from the fridge. More I harvested really early this morning. And so I want to set up the flower stand and try to stay open till at least 2:30. It's really hot and really sunny today, and that's going to cause all these peonies to blow open quickly, but we'll give it a go and see how we do. Now, the other thing that's going to be happening today is that our shipment of perennials is going to arrive. So hopefully I'll be able to get some footage of those arriving. I think they're going to be on stacked pallets. And then hopefully I can give you a tour of all those perennials. You can kind of see how sunny it is right now, and it's only about 7:30 a.m. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the stand set up, and then I'll show you these new perennials. We got the stand set up by 7:30 and we've sold 2 bouquets so far. It's now 10:30 a.m. and I just got a text on my phone saying that the driver is about 30 minutes away. So I'm going to move the car and the truck out of the driveway to make room for him. Okay, friends, they're here. I'm so excited. I think I might just cry. Grace does not like me being over in the driveway. Here she comes with her new bone. So hopefully that'll keep her busy while we take a look at these plants. But I only ordered 7 varieties. I ordered between, I think, 9 and 15 of each. And we're just gonna repeat these all throughout the main flower walk. We're going to extend the main flower walk all the way around. It's gonna curve around and then connect to the library. So it all feels like one seamless main flower walk all the way down to the library. And I'm just so excited about these plants. I put a lot of thought into it. And I also chose plants that are all good for cutting in one way or another and will bloom throughout the growing season. So these have been forced. So some of these things, like especially the anemone you'll see blooming, that wouldn't normally be blooming until later in the year. Same with the allium, but enough talk. Let's look at these plants because I'm about to freak out. Okay, yes, I am freaking out. I am so excited about these plants. And even seeing them now in the main flower walk, I'm really happy with the way they're blending in nicely. So let's take a look at this lime green one first. I had seen a video that Walter's Gardens did of this perennial. So this is an ornamental oregano called Drops of Jupiter. And I ordered, I believe, 12 of these. And so these are going to go all around the deck area, all around that stone, and kind of soften the look of the deck and give me that lime color that I'm after. I had originally contemplated using lady's mantle. I abandoned that idea because I thought the ornamental oregano could take just basically anything I could throw at it back there. It's probably going to get stepped on every once in a while. The soil isn't that great. It's right next to really hot stone. And I think the oregano is going to do great back there. And I just love this chartreuse color. Let's take a look at the flowers. I can't tell from looking at this picture if they're purple or pink. My regular oregano blooms purple, so I'm assuming this one blooms purple as well. But there's the stats for you. Blooms midsummer to early fall. So this is just going to be amazing, and I think it'll be so nice to have it back there in the area where I grow both vegetables and flowers. So right here we have a new yarrow. It's called Firefly Fuchsia. So I believe you can get this wholesale 2024, but in terms of retail, you won't be able to get it until 2025. But I wanted to bring that magenta into the midsummer garden. And when I saw this Firefly Fuchsia yarrow, I thought, yes, this will be perfect. It's great for cutting. It's great for bringing in beneficial insects into the garden. And look at the color on that. This is going to be so fabulous. So we'll just repeat this over and over and over again, all throughout the main flower walk, continuing this beautiful magenta color as the season progresses. Speaking of magenta, why don't we look at this anemone next? So this is Fall in Love Sweetly anemone, and I believe I have maybe about 3 of these in the garden. But once again, I just wanted to repeat it more often so that we get bigger impact, and so that the picture that's created here in the main flower walk continues on all the way down to the library, really giving a sense that everything goes together. It just has a nice cohesive feel to use plants over and over again. So I'm really excited to add lots of these to the main flower walk. Now here's the plant that I ordered for the driveway garden. We have 15 of these serendipity alliums, full sun to part sun it says. And I'll turn the tag over for you so you can read that also. But I already have about, I don't know, maybe 7 of these in the driveway garden. And I'm going to basically amp up my alliums in that garden, amp up my allium succession, I should say, in that garden. And I'm going to use the herbaceous allium to cover the dying foliage of my alliums grown from bulbs. So I'm very excited about that. So all of these alliums are going over in the driveway garden. Now check out this plant. Did you ever grow meadow rue before? I have never grown it in this particular garden, but I grew it when I lived back in Pittsburgh. My grandma grew it, and this is a new variety. Once again, I think this is wholesale for 2024, retail 2025, but take a look at the picture here. So this is cotton candy meadow rue. And I just cannot tell you how excited I am about this plant. The blooms are so fluffy and beautiful, like little tufts of light violet. And can you just imagine these little tufts of violet popping up all throughout the main flower walk? Let's take a look at the height on this. I think it was a little bit taller. 38 to 42 inches tall. So kind of a middle of the border plant, and I think that will be really nice to have another purple in here. It's a little bit more pinky purple and just a whole other texture that I really don't have in the garden. Super, super excited about that. I'm sure a lot of you recognize this plant. It's an Amsonia called Storm Cloud. Let me get the tag for you. There's the back of the tag for you. So I do have quite a bit of Amsonia around the stone rug, but I only have Amsonia around the stone rug. So I definitely want to repeat that again, back by the library and back behind me, once again, just to get that nice cohesive feel in the garden. And what in the world is Grace getting around to? Oh, I am really scared of what she's discovering back there. Anyway, the last plant I ordered is a Brunnera, and this one is called Jack of Diamonds, 14 to 16 inches, part shade. Just such a beautiful perennial with these wonderful dainty blue flowers in early spring that are really great for cutting. And I want to use this in some back areas that get a little weedy, or in areas that I haven't really planted anything because it's just full shade and I'm not sure what to put there. So we're gonna put a little bit over here. And what I'm gonna do with that one is really basically groups of 3 over and over again. But especially as we pass the stone rug, we get to the Solomon seal, we're getting back here to where I have the big burning bushes, there is a bit more shade before you hit the sun again. And as you can see, once we get back here, this area has been fairly neglected by me as just things kept happening over here over and over and over again. But I need to do a lot of work over here. It lacks texture, it lacks different colors, it lacks a connection to the main flower walk. So that's what I'll be doing, just concentrating on bringing this garden all the way back, touching that limelight, touching the strawberry Sunday hydrangea before eventually hitting the library. And that is going to be so, so beautiful. I just can't wait to get started. And you can see I've started to prepare some of the beds here. I've been pulling a few things out, pulling tulips. We're also going to be interplanting a lot of these perennials around some of my dahlias that I'm going to use for cutting. So here, of course, we're going to go dahlia, yarrow, dahlia, yarrow, dahlia, yarrow, so that over time that yarrow can really fill in and just carpet this space. But for now, I'll have the yarrow and the dahlias. And I want to think about different textures. So I've got kind of this silvery, looser, more minty foliage on the catmint. So I want to back plant that with something that's more green, has a different texture, and I think the yarrow will be just beautiful there. So can you guys hear the storm in the distance? I thought it wasn't supposed to rain till tomorrow, but maybe it's gonna rain today after all. I just can't wait to get all of these new perennials in the ground and to see this new picture that I want to paint come to life right before our eyes. I'm going to be filming, I think after this video, a really, really special video with an update on North Lawn Saving Grace and another dahlia that I bred, which I have not fully discussed with you ever before, and I need to share a big update on all of that. So for now, friends, I want to wish you a wonderful day out there in your gardens, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.